any questions that I'm able to about the process that we undertook.
Was there any debates involved, or was it really just process that y'all had to figure out?
Well, I was following the lead of the mayor and the city council because I was here merely to serve in whatever capacity they required of me. However, I do have the experience of being part of the two past Lafayette City Police chief selection processes, and so we did loosely model it off of that. Well, and it's a great question. We had many good applicants, and our job was to find the best fit for the city of Broussard. So, you know, we're not saying that any one person's better than the other one inherently, but the best fit for the city of Broussard, as it turns out, was Mr. Olivier, just by virtue of the combination of his experience, his education, and his formal leadership training. And you all work in the community. Do you have a sense of how the Broussard community, they will be as far as being accessible to him now being over? Well, I happen to know he's a longtime Broussard resident, and he's a very nice guy on top of that at a personal level. And I think he's got the technical skills to lead the police department. So the rest of it is just about being able to get to know the community and open up to him. And I have every confidence that Vance Olivier can do just that. Well, I'm going to pass on to y'all. Going to have an opportunity to talk to the chief and question him to at least some extent, at any rate. But I think it's about time to pass on to Mayor Bart. So with that, okay, Mayor. Yes, sir.
So thank you for all being here tonight. We appreciate having such a well-attended meeting. I need to thank the committee that helped us. It was not only 3 of our councilmen, but it was 5 members of our community that had deep law enforcement experience, including our Sheriff Mark Ball. Thank you very much for donating your time to us, being part of the process, and helping us get to the point we are tonight. Also with us is St. Martin Parish Sheriff Lieutenant Ross Stevens, who's in attendance tonight. Thank you, Ross. Retired U.S. Marshal Ed Como, who is here tonight somewhere in the back. Thank you, Ed. Retired City Marshal Phil Conrad. Phil is here. And retired Louisiana State Police Sergeant John Schrohom. And there he is. They were tremendous in guiding my decision-making and our council's decision-making just by being able to speak of law enforcement experience and what officers go through and what makes a good officer, what would be a good community officer. Also, I'd like to say that I am in full support of our Broussard Police Department, and I know the council that stands behind me is also in full support of them and their success. We have a large group of professional men and women who work hard every day to keep Broussard a safe place to live, safe place to do business, and I couldn't be more proud of those people that come to work every day and do that work, and they are often not recognized. They had a tough role in this, and they stayed professional through the entire process, and I'm sure that they are very happy we're at this point tonight. So without that, I would like to also say we are in full support of Mr. Olivier, Chief Olivier, and his new role with the city, and I'd like to introduce him now. Chief?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council. First, I'd like to say that I'm humbled and I'm very grateful for them selecting me for this position. I look forward to working with all the fellow police officers in Broussard, the community leaders, as well as the citizens of Broussard. That being said, I have to thank my family and my friends for supporting me tonight. I really do appreciate that. It means a lot to me. I'm looking forward to getting out there and working, hit the ground running, and make a positive change for the city of Broussard and the police department, because I know we need it at this point. Thank you. You've lived here for quite some time. What changes would you like to make, if you've thought of any, as you go into this? I think some of the changes I needed do, first of all, is meet with staff. That's very important. And then I would like to meet with each of the officers individually, see what some of their issues they had in the past, and see if we can work to try to better it, to make it great for them, make it a great working environment, and do good for everybody, for the citizens as well. I want to reach out to all the citizens. You know, it take a little time, but I like to do that and get their community feedback. Well, I think with my experience over time and the time that I had working with the city police in Lafayette, I think I could bring that experience to the city of Broussard. Not be the city of Lafayette, but be the city of Broussard and give them their own identity, and we'll move forward and making sure that we understand that crime is not going to be tolerated over here. Not at this point, but I'm evaluate, and once I get in, start my job and get into working next week. I'm hoping to start next Monday. When I do that, I'll evaluate all the positions, and from there, I'll make a determination who I want to bring in.
You mentioned that you plan that you've got such a short time frame to build up.
I think the first and most important is I need to get out there and meet a lot of the community, meet all the community leaders, and meet the community and see what their wants and their needs are, so I can know what I can bring back to the department, so we can move the department forward. Make sure it's positive. We have a positive attitude, professional attitude. Professionalism is a must.
You kind of spoke to the work environment. Why would it be important to make sure that there's a safe and inclusive work environment for all of your colleagues? And most likely, translates when they're out on the streets, especially since they were public service jobs. It's important to making sure that the environment is safer than when our community is.
So I think that you're right. That is very important, and I think the most important thing is after each shift that all these officers go home safe. That's our main battle, our main that we want to look at. But I think that it's important that our officers are out there in the community making a difference, getting out, making sure they're talking to our citizens, see what their needs are, and see what they want. And sometimes the needs we can fulfill, and we're going to try to do that and try to make it a great department.
Nationally, police have taken away from certain good values. Specifically, a lot of young people from states are popular in the difference as far as your part. You are supposed to make sure you get out in the community, specifically when it comes to the younger. To find out where is that gap between them, let them know that we're here to protect and serve, while we're not here to cause anything else other than protect them.
I think that's very, excuse me. I think that's very important. Transparency is definitely of importance that we work on, and I think it's important that we reach out to the younger generation because they are our future, right? So I think it's very important that we do that. I have a young daughter. She's 21 years old, so I kind of know a little bit about what their needs and wants are, and I want to meet with the younger community leaders that are out there, see what we can build up trust with them and try to get that trust back. I'm going to reiterate what I said a little earlier. I think what we could do is we're going to sit down with each and every individual officer, and see what went on in the department, and if it was a bad behavior, then we'll correct that bad behavior. But we're going to go forward, and I want to listen to what each one of them have to say, listen to what their wants and their needs are, and try to accommodate to a certain extent. It really was another thought, when you start out in your career, you don't know where you're gonna go from, what path you're gonna take. But as the path grew, that's something I wanted to do was to be in a leadership role. I got out of the police department, and this was the perfect opportunity for me to step in to be the chief of Broussard. And it's kind of a lifelong dream come true. I couldn't be the sheriff, so I'm going to be the chief.
All right. Thank everybody for coming tonight. We appreciate you being here. We got a, proud moment for the city, so thank you, Chief. Congratulations, and we'll continue talking, I guess, outside if there's any other questions.